Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I hope you all have had an amazing weekend. I'm very happy to be here today because I am once again going to be introducing a new artist to this channel who we have not looked at before. She is one of my all-time favorites. Another person my mother, God rest her soul, introduced me to in my childhood. And I am talking about the one and only Petula Clark. I looked over my requests, and this one really stuck out to me. So we're going to be reacting to Petula Clark's performance of I Don't Know How to Love Him. I am very, like I said, I'm so excited to be introducing her to this channel. She just such an amazing vocalist, such a gorgeous woman, just all around absolute amazingness. I love introducing you guys to new people on this channel and vice versa. That's what it's all about. So about music, real music. And we're going to be looking at it today. So I have a coffee over here. Get you guys something to drink. Get something to eat. It is Sunday. We're going to have a good time as always. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before I begin today's video, as always, if you're new here, welcome to this channel. I am happy to have you here. If you would please be so kind, hit that subscribe button. No, smash that subscribe button. There's tons of content coming you don't want to miss. Give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Now let's get into it.
I've been changed, yes, really changed. In these past few days, when I've seen myself, I seem like someone else. I don't know how to take this. I don't see why he moves me. He's a man, he's just a man, and I've known so many men before, in so many ways. He's just one more. What's it all about? Yeah, if he said he loved me, I'd be lost, I'd be frightened. I couldn't go, just couldn't go. I'd turn my head, I'd back away. I wouldn't want to know. He scares me so. I'm the one who's always been so calm, so cool. No lover's fool, running every show.
right, y'all. Little coffee sip over here. All right, once again, a big thank you to you guys for this request. Like I said, I was wanting to bring Petula to this channel so bad for so long. So happy we finally did. It was well worth the wait. I want to start off by giving a little backstory over here. Absolutely amazing performance to begin with. But around the time I was, I believe it was 12 or 13, I remember my mother had a bunch of CDs, and she would always, because she was always introducing me to new artists, because she knew, I was a singer, started singing when I was a kid. She knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. So Petula Clark was one of the people she wanted me to listen to and introduce me to. And my opinion, Petula Clark was always, if I want to compare her to sound to people, she was like a mix of between Julie Andrews and Barbra Streisand, in my opinion. And I'm always preaching this on this channel. One of the things that I think a lot of young people can learn from Petula Clark, like I've said with Barbara, is learning how to sing without having to rely on embellishments and runs and riffs as a crutch. You guys are probably so sick of me saying this, but every time I go on social media now, that's all I see is these challenges with riffs and runs and embellishments. It's sort of taken the place of just actually singing. You know what I mean? All of that stuff, you guys know, if you listen to my music, I do it a lot in my own music, but I use it to embellish the actual singing. There's a time and a place for it. A whole song is not meant to be littered with just runs, and a lot of times what people do live now also is they don't even sing the main line. It's just they sing the runs. That's it. It's like just a song of runs. And Petula Clark, she's one of those people. Back then in this era, the 60s and the 70s, like I said, there were no crutches. You either were a great singer with a great voice or you weren't. There was no relying on, technology and 20 million different, backing tracks and all this stuff. You had to prove it on the spot. There was no, gray area. It was either yes or no. Petula Clark, absolutely stunning voice. It's similar to Barbara, just the actual voice itself. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning tone. Such a clean, just beautiful, enjoyable voice. And I've said this before also, there's great singers out there. And then there's great singers whom you can listen to all day, nonstop. A lot of times, even with other great singers, it kind of gets on your nerves after a while. You can get sick of it. Petula Clark, just such an enjoyable, beautiful, just clean, wholesome voice. Great technique. Just similar to, I'm telling you, a lot of the things that you hear with Petula, very similar to Barbara, in my opinion. Her actual tone, like I said, sounded more closer to Julie Andrews. Just such a beautiful singer, beautiful vocalist, such a great interpreter of songs. And she just always gave so much passion with her music also. Such a great performer, as you guys saw also here. And the dynamic control. I'm always talking about that also, the dynamic control with Petula. Absolutely amazing. She was really delicate. And then really hard, delicate, hard. Very similar to Barbara. I'm telling you, these two are very, a lot of the things I'm talking about, I see so many similarities with them. I've always have. And Petula, she was able to give you a little bit, as you saw halfway into the song when she said, I love him so, a little bit of that distortion with a little bit of growl. But she did it, like I said, it was an embellishment. It wasn't littered through the entire performance, you know what I mean? And something that I have always noticed is just people from this era, they just got it. They didn't need to be told. They didn't need to be coached 20 million times. They understood the format of a song, you know what I mean? They knew when to blow. They knew when to, bring it back, reel it in. They knew when to, give a little bit of distortion, when to growl, when not. They just got it. They understood the assignment, you know what I mean? It's not... I mean, I feel, like I said, in my case, and I'm going to, make a comparison to myself, I did have a lot of problems with that early on, but I didn't necessarily rely solely on a vocal coach to sort of get me, on the right track. I did have, a couple coaches to help me with certain things regarding technique, but I think a lot of times you need to have an ear to know how to correct the mistakes, and I think back then they did. It wasn't, like I said, they weren't relying on other people to help them. They were real musicians, so they understood exactly, where improvement was needed and where it wasn't. And you could just see it, you know what I mean? It was very natural, organic. Now, like I said, everything is very programmed, very coached, very calculated, and in doing that, you lose a lot of the organic feel and the emotion with performances, which is why, like I've said before, a lot of what you see now is very robotic. There's no soul behind it. There's no emotion. There's no, that real, feeling that you used to get back then. So, in a nutshell, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Petula Clark, such a beautiful woman also. Such a classically gorgeous woman. And that's something, like I said, we don't see too often nowadays. And you guys know I am all about glam and glitz and all that stuff. But to the point where you mask a not so good looking person into making people believe they're absolutely amazing looking. That's where I draw the line. It might be controversial to say that. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. And Petula Clark, just naturally gorgeous woman. Such a beautiful person, also such a sweet, kind person. And Petula Clark could give you those extended notes similar to Barbara also. And I've said this with Shirley Bassey also. What these people in this era were a master at were giving you the contrast between those staccato moments, those really, really, really fast, words or phrases, and then giving you those extended notes, constantly switching back and forth, so you never knew what to expect. That is what keeps an audience on their feet. And like I said, in this era back then, you didn't have all of these, these things on a stage sort of distracting people from, the lack of vocal talent or musicianship. It was all up to the performer. I'm telling you, it's like it was kind of similar to the Apollo. If you guys have seen the Apollo, there's no masking, whether you got it or not. And these days, like I said, in pop mainstream music especially, it's all a smoke and mirrors. It's all like a mask. Like I said, if you peel back the layers, there's nothing there. And back then, like I said, you were on the stage, you had a microphone, you either got it or you don't. No in between. And I have always been the same way in my own music, as a professional musician. I have never wanted to be the kind of performer that, just relies on all this bullshit that you see now. It is wonderful to have a well put together show and have dancers and background singers, but they are only meant to be the icing on the cake. They are not meant to sort of take over the show and mask what is lacking. And that's, like I said, that's the difference night and day between back then, these days. It's a shame, but it is what it is, which is why I'm so glad to bring people like Petula to this channel. She's just, like I said, one of the rare gems in music history. Just absolutely breathtaking vocalist, such a passionate performer, just absolute all-around gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous person. And once again, thank you so much for bringing her to the request. Another humongous round of applause for Petula Clark. I don't know how to love him. Such a beautiful performance, such a passionate performance. I loved how the audience gave her flowers, so to speak, at the end. She damn well deserves it. If you guys have any more Petula requests, please, I would love to feature her again on this channel. She is one of my favorites, as I said before. Bring all of your requests to the comments, and I would love to continue the Petula Clark journey together. Thank you so much for joining me today for this reaction video. Please give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. There's tons of content coming you don't want to miss. If you're new here and you want to support the channel, consider leaving me a donation via Cash App or a Super Chat. Here on the channel, all the details will be in the drop-down box below. You guys know the deal. If you want me to react to something, leave your requests in my comments down below, and I will add them to the lineup. Love you all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Keep the positivity going. We need all we can get in this world. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.